Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Self-Care Sundays. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my channel. So for today's episode of Self-Care Sundays, I'm going to give you my 7 tips on how I keep my 4B natural hair moisturized. Okay, I get asked this question all the time on how I keep my hair moisturized. What do I do? Even people be like, hit me up in my DMs asking like, oh, how do you keep your hair moisturized? What do you do? So I am here today and I'm going to talk about my 7 tips of like what I do to keep my hair moisturized. Little story time. Way back when I was transitioning to natural, I feel like even before I was natural, I had some like dry ass hair and skin. So I really just needed to find like what would work best for me after I transitioned. That was like my main priority, is like what can I find to keep my hair moisturized, hydrated, especially being natural, because I just was not about to have some dry hair. So my first tip is that I do not use shampoo. I do not like shampoo. I've tried a few different types of shampoos. No, like they just dry out my hair. At least like my hair type, they just dry it out. Even when I'm just like washing it in the moment, I can feel how dry my hair is getting. So I do not like to use shampoo unless like I absolutely have to. Like I'm going swimming and I'm in some chlorine and I need to wash my hair, or I'm at the hair salon and they're doing my hair. But besides that, I do not use shampoo. I like to use a hydrating conditioner or like a co-wash. So I typically will use, which I really like, is by Pantene, the Gold series, is their deep hydrating co-wash. So I really like this one. When I am using it, I feel like it's so easy to detangle with it. So, and it feels like you're hydrating your hair in the moment, especially if it feels really dry. So I really like this one. They have a few other ones that are out there that I've tried that are pretty good too, but this is one I tend to use majority of the time. It's infused with argan oil. So yeah, don't use shampoo. Get you a hydrating conditioner or co-wash. And I also, with that, I use the Aussie Moist conditioner too, which I've used for a really long time since I've been natural. And like I said, I've tried all different types of conditioners. Like I've tried Shea Moisture, I've tried pretty much anything in like the little ethnic hair care section. I've tried it. So I really like the Miracle Moist in comparison to those, and plus it's more affordable than those other ones. So yeah, so tip number 1, don't use shampoo. Get you a hydrating, cleansing co-wash. Try use some Aussie Moist if you haven't already. So that's my first tip. Tip number 2 is I deep condition once a week. So the deep conditioner that I use is the Honey and Sage Deep Conditioner. This one is by Alikay Naturals. I've been using this one probably for about 2 years, and this one is my favorite of all the deep conditioners that I've tried. This one, I'm gonna read the description really quick. So the ingredients: honey pulls moisture from the air and locks it into each strand for ultimate moisture replenishment and retention. The deep conditioner penetrates deep into the follicle to nourish and revitalize weak and dry hair. And then like the extra virgin olive oil adds a shine to your hair. So like this one is really good. This is my favorite. If you haven't tried it, I would say try it. The Honey and Sage Deep Conditioner by Alikay Naturals. So that's my tip number 2, is to deep condition once a week. My tip number 3 is that I also steam my hair. So if you've seen my hair steaming video, then you know this already. If not, go ahead and check out that video. But I steam my hair. I try to do it twice a month, mainly because it's just like really hydrating and moisturizing. I don't think it's necessary to use it once every week, but twice a month, and it really just kind of just locks in that moisture into your hair and into your scalp and into your follicles. So steaming your hair twice a month. So that's my tip number 3. Go check out my video too if you want to know how I steam my hair. Then tip number 4 is I prefer to do twist outs than doing a wash and go. So I do both, but I tend to do more twist outs than wash and goes just because I feel like my hair just feels more hydrated when I'm doing a twist out, and I think I'm locking in the moisture more than when I'm doing a wash and go. But my wash and goes be hydrated too, but I just feel like my twist outs are more hydrated than a wash and go, and I think it's just really is depending on the type of products that I'm using. If I'm doing a wash and go, I'm using more of like, I feel like a jelly product to help define my curls, versus a twist out I'm using more of like, to me, a moisturizing product. So I tend to do more twist outs than wash and goes, which I also think helps to keep my hair hydrated. Okay, and then tip number 5 is I like to use a hair moisturizer when I'm doing a twist out. The hair moisturizer that I use is also by Alikay Naturals. It's the Shea yogurt. It's my favorite when I'm doing a twist out. If you've seen my twist out tutorial, you probably have seen this because I use it in my twist out tutorial. This one, I feel like really locks in moisture into my hair. Like, yes, definitely. The ingredients are raw shea butter, argan oil, and coconut oil. So definitely keeps my hair moisturized. So I would recommend to definitely use a hair moisturizer when you are doing a twist out or anything like that. And I like, it's basically empty. I like the Shea yogurt one by Alikay Naturals. Okay, and then tip number 6. I think I'm on 6. It might be 5. I think it's 5. I only wash my hair once a week. I think just because minimizing the amount of times you're manipulating your hair definitely will also keep it hydrated. And then usually a week is a good turnaround time too, to kind of just rehydrate your hair, period. So I will do it once a week, deep condition and rewash and all of that. So wash my hair once a week. And then number 6 is I will use the oil to seal in my moisturizer. So after I put in my moisturizer and I'm taking out my twist, I'll use an oil to seal in the moisture, not to hydrate, because oil is not really going to hydrate it, but it's going to help seal in any type of moisturizer you use. So I tend to use Jamaican black castor oil. That's the one that I use most of the time. I have used coconut oil too, which also helps with keeping it moisturized, but most of the time I use the Jamaican black castor oil. And if I'm doing, for example, a wash and go, I'll put in the product and then I'll seal in the moisture with an oil. And then with a twist out, when I'm taking out my twist, I typically will use an oil, not really when I'm twisting my hair. So yeah, use an oil as a sealant, but not as something to moisturize or hydrate your hair. And then last but not least, my last tip is to use, which you guys probably already know, is to use a bonnet or a satin pillowcase. So I use both. I have a satin pillowcase and a satin bonnet to definitely just protect my hair when I'm sleeping. If you're not using a satin bonnet or a satin pillowcase, there may be some friction between your hair and your pillowcase, like the cotton, which is drying out your hair, so taking away some of those essential oils, and could even be damaging and even cause breakage. So that is my last tip. So those are my tips on how I keep my hair hydrated and moisturized. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to Self Care Sundays. I'll be dropping a new video every Sunday, and I will see you guys next week.